Hey guys, welcome back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 475. Out here at CrossFit Max Ability today. Newer CrossFit gym, right? That you guys just moved. But super sweet place. Like the new paint job and everything like that. All we need to do is get a sign outside so that we can actually find a place. We don't have to call it CrossFit Speakeasy anymore. But had a great workout today with all the guys here. They were nice enough to bring me in. One of the things that we're working on today is dips, right? So dips are something that we need to use in, obviously, dips, and then obviously some muscle-up type techniques. Anything else we use dips in? Can't think of any. Guess we only need them. Guess they're not that important after all, right? But, so, one of the things in CrossFit that we try to do to increase efficiency in movements is add a kipping motion, right? Whenever we're adding a kip, we're trying to take the explosive power of our lower extremity, harness that energy so it makes the upper extremity movement portion easier, right? So when we go ahead in the dip portion, we're trying to kick our legs upwards, right? So that we're I mean, a lot of times we see people kick downwards, but we want to try to kick our legs upwards to harness that upwards energy, right? So that way the dip portion becomes much easier. And that lies the problem, and that's the problem that we're trying to fix today. When we see people do this, go ahead and show me the traditional kip that we see, or the traditional fault that we see when we try do kipping dips, right? Right, we see this downward kick, right? We see extension of the hip as we press upwards, okay? And that's not gonna help anything at all. I actually have this one that I call the jellyfish, right? And it's like where we see people that, right? They kick their legs out and they look like that jellyfish moving upwards, right? I see that all the time. We see it when people get all the way up to the top of the kipping, when they get all the way to the top of the muscle up portion, right? And they're stuck there and they're doing everything they can, right? And they're kicking against ground. The thing is that we still haven't figured out a way to kick against air to propel ourselves upwards. We're not at that point yet, maybe in a couple more years with technology. So what we need to do is rethink that thought. We need to think about closing our hips to harness that energy, right? So one of the things that we start to see is if we look at the way sprinters warm up, right? How they come here like this, they do these like little jumps. See long jumpers do this all the time. What they're doing is they're getting ready to harness that quick closing of the leg to create that vertical pressure, right? Jumpers do this all the time, and then that way they can carry themselves farther into the pit the higher they get, right? We want to now convert this into a dipping motion, and we can use this same type of technique. What Ryan's going to do here is he's going to get into a dip bar, right? You can do it on any dip bar, it doesn't matter which one it is, but you're going to be able to touch the ground, and you're going to see him start to swing his leg back and rapidly close his hip. Give me 3 of those, and you can see how it naturally pops him up, right? And then he's just going to finish off with a little bit of a dip, right? So give me 3 where you swing your leg up and close off with a dip. Wait, hold on. Just swing your leg up, close off with a dip, yeah. 1, all the way back, 2, you're perfect, beautiful. Right, so now what you see is you see him gather this energy here, so it makes him lighter, so that way he can just pop straight out. We're gonna then do that, show me one more of that one that we just did, and then use that same concept of rapidly closing. Now go right into the regulars. There you go. Of rapidly closing to give us the same effect, right? Cool. So guys, what we want to do to improve our kipping dips, okay, and what Ryan did so well, is we want to harness the closure of our hips rather than the explosive opening, which is pretty much opposite of everything else that we do in the kipping type of world, right? And it's a different thought process, but it's one that we need to do to improve our kipping dips. Hope this helps you out. Try it out tonight. And until tomorrow, Ryan, thank you so much. No problem. Until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.